As a 3D artist, you probably desire to create incredible scenes that look realistic as possible with fancy lighting and shadows, or even give them a nice stylized look, or something that is very popular nowadays. But then you check out the prices for the rendering engines like Corona and Arnold, and it's hard not to feel let down by the prices. And if you are in this situation, then I have good news for you. Because in today's age, there are many free and open source render engines that can turn your dreams into reality. So what are these engines and how good are they really? I would like to start with Cycles for two reasons. First, it is a name everyone has been anticipating. After all, you can't talk about anything open source without talking about Blender. And second, it is just so good. Is that you actually was in the version 2.6 of Blender. As the successor of Blender Internal, Cycles impressed many by introducing the concept of GPU rendering for the first time inside the software, and ever since, it has set the benchmark as one of the leading open source engines in the market, and probably it is the best. Simply put, Cycles is a photorealistic path tracing engine that simulates how light travels and interacts with surfaces, including indirect lighting that is reflected off objects and illuminating areas that are not directly exposed to light sources. And as I said, it supports GPU rendering capabilities across various platforms, such as NVIDIA GPUs in addition to AMD GPUs. Besides, it offers multi-GPU support, CPU rendering, or even mixing between the two. And in terms of quality and speed, well, it might be subjective. From my own experience, Cycles is an engine that can render and process scenes relatively fast, with efficient denoising as well, and strong shader nodes to create realistic procedural textures. But we cannot talk about open source render engines without talking about Eevee, which is Blender's real-time render engine. It was initially released in the now iconic 2.8 release, and Eevee offered the software the luxury of real-time rendering in 3D content creation software. And if you remember that release back then, it was a huge deal. And because it was so powerful, it convinced a lot of experienced artists to switch from software such as Max, Maya, Cinema 4D and so on, and come to Blender to do their work. And the engine uses different rendering techniques such as screen space reflections, ambient occlusion, and volumetric effects to produce realistic visuals in real time without having to bother with the lengthy render times which are typically associated with offline render engines. And with the release of Eevee Next, things got even better. The most exciting change in my book is the new ray tracing option in the rendering settings. Well, while the online documentation still describes Eevee as a rasterization renderer, no one can overlook how the GI system of this enhanced engine is, which increases the accuracy of surface indirect lighting and the realism in general. It also supports displacement, viewport motion blur, and more stable and flicker-free renders, which solves many fundamental issues it had. Now, can it replace or let's say compete with path tracers such as Cycles? Probably not. However, it is still an impressive method for producing impressive fast renders, with good versatility for both realistic and stylized renders. There is another interesting open source engine called Moonray by none other than DreamWorks, and given its potential, you would expect it to be receiving much more attention. However, for reasons I'm not entirely sure of, it seems to have flown under the radar of many artists. It was actually open sourced last year, in 2023. Alongside another technology called Raz, Moonray is DreamWorks' in-house cloud rendering framework, which is a multi-award winning, state-of-the-art production and a Monte Carlo ray tracer. Okay, that's a lot, but in plain English, it is really good. In the eyes of many, DreamWorks is the gold standard for 3D animated feature films, so the idea of using their render engine is very exciting since it has been behind some of the most high-profile productions such as How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek Trilogy, Bad Guys, and Kung Fu Panda, just to name a few. Long story short, this render engine is capable of producing outstanding stylized and photorealistic results, and as a cherry on top, it was designed with the philosophy of using all of your machine's cores to their fullest all the time. in addition to a hybrid GPU and CPU rendering mode with a 100% output matching to CPU rendering. It also includes an extensive library of production-tested physically based materials and multi-machine cloud rendering through the previously mentioned ArchViz. Now, I hate to break it to you, but there is just a little bit bad news about the engine. Unlike others, you have to download the Moonray repository from a site like GitHub and build it yourself using what they call a Docker container. Then you will need to use the Hydra Render Delegate and HD Moonray, which comes with it, to make it work with DCC applications that support Hydra, like Houdini and Katana. And this can be a bit tricky to figure out, but it is still available for free for anyone willing to use it. And this bit of complexity, I think, is making it hard for artists to use it, but if you're really interested, you can take advantage of it. But a more popular engine is called Luxcore, and at this point in this video, you already know the drill. It is a physically accurate render engine that can simulate the flow of light according to physical equations, which helps you, of course, create realistic images. The start of this engine was in 2008, when the project started as LuxRender and was based on PBRT, a physically based ray tracing program, which was more focused on the world of academia rather than anything else, like seeking to be practical in the industry. So after many years of ups and downs, it was built and rebranded in the winter of 2017 as Luxcore. At the very least we could say about the software is that it left the world of academia and started to be more practical, and people started using it for practical reasons. It uses the open shading language and CUDA to run on any number of CPUs and GPUs which are available in your possession, and has the tendency to favor the performance and cast ratio of modern GPUs, which allows it to reduce the render time, in addition to physically accurate presentations of materials such as glass, metal, car paints, and so on. And based on that, I can hear the voices saying that this engine doesn't sound like the most exciting thing ever, and I get that, but it is still another good open source engine that can get the job done. Last but not least, we have Appleseed, which was founded back in May 2009 by Francois Barr, a former rendering engineer from the core R&D team at Metal Images, and currently he is a senior software engineer at Adobe on the Labs team. Basically, Appleseed follows the open source spirit from the top to the bottom, and it is actively developed by a small team of international volunteers from the animation and the VFX industry, to provide you guys as individuals or small studio owners and fully open source software. In a nutshell, it implements a modern workflow based on path tracing and physically based global illumination, which offers the best of the two worlds. I mean, you can get a clean single pass render without having to pull your hair over the technical details, since it all works based on physical laws, or going with the other side of the spectrum with what is known as biased rendering, which enables artistic freedom and faster rendering. On the other hand, Appleseed also supports fully programmable shading via the open shading language, which is the standard in shading in the industry, as well as a state-of-the-art ray trace subsurface scattering, motion blur, and many other features that can make it a strong render engine in the arsenal of any 3D artist. And there you have it, guys. I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to this channel to receive more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.